What's up, Raptors fans? Welcome to the Warriors Report. For today's video, I will talk about if the Raptors have the best scouts in the NBA. We also have to talk about Jalen Harris, especially after that game he had last night, and he didn't even get that many minutes in the fourth quarter, so we have to talk about Jalen Harris. But let's talk about the fact that the Raptors drafted him with the 59th overall pick. It honestly seems like the Raptors could just draft any player that's willing to work hard and they'll turn him into something. And that's not to disrespect Jalen Harris. That's more to talk about how amazing the Raptors developmental system is. So before I get into the details of all of this, if you could do me a little favor, give this video a thumbs up as it helps reach more Raptors fans and basketball fans across YouTube when you do that. And if you could hit that subscribe button as well, it really helps this channel grow. You get a lot of Raptors content on here, including in-depth analysis, statistics, latest Raptors rumors, and other news as well. So with that being said, let's get right into it. So Jalen Harris has been playing really well as of late. The last 3 games, he's been getting 24 plus minutes, and you see what he's done there. Now, this is a limited sample size, but it's still something to get excited about. Most teams don't really expect much from their late second round draft pick, let alone a 59th pick in the NBA draft. 14.3 points is what he's been putting up over the last 3 games. You look at his field goal percentage as well, 47.6% is really encouraging. And I do want to talk about his 3-point percentage as well. 38.6% is really good for any NBA player, let alone someone like Jalen Harris, who does not have very much NBA experience. Despite that, he's been playing really well. We saw some really encouraging signs from him yesterday. He was attacking the rim, doing a lot of little things. Now, he does obviously have areas he needs to work in as well, but let's focus on the positives. Let's talk about some of the things he's been doing. So having a look at his statistics this season, you notice it's a limited sample size, so it's nothing, his stats don't really jump out at you, but that's also because previous to these 3 games, he wasn't really getting consistent minutes. We know with Nick Nurse's rotation has been really up and down with some players, and also because he just has not been getting, well, let's be honest, that many shots as well. So his stats are decent, nothing great, but you look at his 3-point percentage as well. He's 50% from the 3-point is absolutely unreal. I mean, how many NBA players are shooting that now? I realize, guys, it's a small size sample, but I'll actually give a bigger sample here. But looking at his field goal percentage as well, it shows you he takes really good shots, high IQ shots. And let's have a look at the next screen here, because these are limited minutes. So these are his statistics per 36. So if you were to get 36 minutes in the NBA, those would be his numbers right below. You see his numbers, 17.2 points. Now his assists and rebounds are still pretty good, which shows you that he's capable of doing more than just scoring. He can pass the ball. He's a decent rebounder for his size. He can also get you some steals as well. So these are some of his numbers if you were to average more minutes. But let's talk about his G League stats as well. So this gives you a better sample size because he was getting 29.4 minutes down in the G League. And you look at his stats again, it's no coincidence. This guy was shooting 50% again from that 3-point line. So he's doing it in the Raptors minor league. He's also doing it at the NBA level, which is great to see, which shows you he has potential to be a really good shooter in the NBA. And you look at his points again, they're 17.6 points. Decent rebounder for his size. He gets you steals. He does a lot of different things, which is just crazy because we may have found another hidden gem, and it seems like such a broken record because I've talked about Freddie Gillespie. I've said that about Malachi Flynn. Then this season has just been absolutely insane with the Raptors and young undrafted players or players they've drafted in this previous year's draft. So Jalen Harris is another guy we'll have to look forward to. And I do want to mention that, you know what, the Raptors developmental system, and let's talk about the Raptors scouting reports, because I mean, we signed guys no one was looking, like the guys, look at Freddie Gillespie, no one was looking at him this season. He was Division III basketball. The Raptors signed him to 2 10-day contracts, and then he ends up getting a 2-year contract. And we have to talk about how great their system is. As I've mentioned earlier, and honestly, again, no disrespect to any of these players, but it seems like any player they draft just turns into a really nice player. We know Fred VanVleet's story. I'm not going to talk about him much, but I mean, Freddie Gillespie, even someone like Yuta Watanabe. So Utah has played with the Memphis Grizzlies in limited games, but he's turning out to be a really good player as well. They Raptors just keep finding these guys. I don't know how they do it, but they do. You know what? They have some of the best scouting reporters or scouts in the NBA. And they also, it's not even, I think their scouts get a lot of credit, but also our developmental system to our head coaches in the Raptors 905 as well. They should get a lot more credit because they're working with these players down in the G League, and they've done a tremendous job of developing some of these guys. And as I've mentioned in my previous video, I do want to quickly touch on the Raptors draft history as well with Masai Ujiri at the helm. So, I mean, looking at those draft picks, those are amazing players. No one expected Pascal to be what he is today. At the 27th pick is great. Now, forget it, we can scratch off that 2014 draft. That was, you know, whatever. I mean, Bruno didn't work out. Neither of those other two guys did. But, I mean, some other guys as well. OG Anunoby was passed on because he had an injury. Malachi Flynn as well. A lot of teams passed on him because he was an older rookie, and he's turning out to be a really nice player as well. So before I end the video off here, I do want to hear your thoughts. Let me know if you think the Raptors have the best scouts in the NBA, if you disagree with me, and how excited are you about Jalen Harris? What do you think his future could be with the Raptors? Let me know in that comment section below. And if you're still watching this video, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.